Hello everybody! Today we will learn one of the most important tools for front-end web developers, and this is Google Chrome DevTools. So come with me! Chrome DevTools is a set of web developer tools built directly in Google Chrome. If you want to know more, you can go to this website here, okay, that will be in the description below, that explain to you everything that you need to know. Okay, Open DevTools, CSS, console, network, you have everything here. Okay, but what we will do now is a basic crash course about the DevTools. Okay, for example, memory game is a project I have done some time ago, and we can open DevTools here. In fact, we can open DevTools in any website. So let's press F12 on your keyboard so you open DevTools. Another way to open DevTools is you click here, go to More Tools, and then you click Developer Tools, and then you open Developer Tools. Okay? You can also click with the right mouse in the website, in any part of the website, here, click with the right mouse, and clicking Inspect, and then the DevTools is open on the right side. You can also put it on the left side or on the bottom, and then you can put it on the left side. You can undock it, or you can let on the right side. Okay. You can also click here again, go to Settings, and change in the preference. You change the appearance theme to dark mode. Okay, but I will not let to dark mode here. I would like to let light mode. Okay, and I will come back to show to you one nice thing is in the settings you have shortcuts. So in the shortcuts here, if you forgot something, you can see which shortcut you can use in the console. For example, if you press Ctrl+L, you clear the console. What is console? I will explain to you now. Okay, so let's see. As soon as you open the DevTools, you see that the Elements tab is open, and it shows to you your HTML code here. Okay, and if you click in the Inspector tool here, you can select any element of your website. Okay, if I want to select the header, I click here, so it selects the header in my HTML code, and here I can do many things. For example, I can add an attribute that could be a class or ID. I can also edit as HTML. If I click here, I can edit, for example, start memory. I can write memories. Okay? Memories. Yes, okay? And then I change it here. As soon as I select the element here, I have also the style. In the style tab here, it selects the CSS properties of this element. So I can, for example, increase the font. Okay, I can also put a new style here. I can, for example, click here and change the color, and on the fly I see the color changing. Okay, you can play with this a little bit to see what more you can do. And we can delete the element that will disappear here. Okay, let's refresh the home page that it will come back, because this make only temporary changes. As soon as you refresh your home page, the home page come back as it was before. Okay, so let's select again the memory game. And what more we can do here, we can copy the element and paste the element any other place that we want. For example, if I want to place this on the bottom of the home page, you can, for example, place it here. I click here, and then I click go again in copy, but I click in paste element. So you see that the element is here. Okay, but let's delete the element because I don't need it here. Let's select another element. So I click in the Inspector tool, and then I click, for example, in this hamburger menu here. It's selected here. I can also delete the element or hide element. If I hide an element, the element will not be there, as you can see, but the place that the element was occupying is still there. Okay, so let's delete the element. You see that the place is not there anymore. Okay, in another project I also have done. Let's open the DevTools here. I want to show something more. Okay, let's increase a little bit because I want to show the buttons here. Okay, so I open the DevTools. I will select the button, and you see that the blue color, it's showing the space occupied with the element inside this button. The padding is the space between the element inside and the button itself. Okay, then you have the border of the button, and you have the margin that will be the distance between this button, the border of this button, to a border of another object in the page here. Okay, and for example, you have no margin. If you want to put some margin, you can click here and I write margin left, for example, and if you put 100 pixels, you see that this is to be too much. Let's put like 10 pixels. You see that I have a margin here. Could you see the color of the margin? Because it's this color here, the margin. Could you see? I put margin left. Okay, so you can change a lot of the style here in this element here. Okay, what more? You can set state also. For example, if I click here, force state, I put hover. Hovered shows which state the button will be when the mouse goes over, and you see that they have this color here, this color here. I can change this color for another color. For example, if I click in the square, you see that I can change the color for another color if I want. And let's suppose that I would like to use this color here. So what I can do, I copy this color here, go to my code, go to style.css, where I have the style of my button, go where I have put this effect, this hover effect, and change the color here to the color that I found using the DevTools, that I found it was nice using the DevTools. As soon as I refresh the page, what I have changed now is there. For example, I select the button, put the hover state, let's put here, and you see the color. You see that it's changed the color. Okay, before it was not this color anymore. Okay, let's go to console, another tab, console here. Console used mainly for two things. The first is to display output to the console when you are debugging your project, and also to write JavaScript commands. Okay, and for example, here at this website here that I will let in the description of the video, you see how to throw outputs to the console when you are programming. Let's open the DevTools. Okay, for example, log info, it's log in the console, hello console is an information. Okay, it's an information, it's an info. Okay, and it's writing in the code in the file log.js in the line 2. If I click here, he show that if I type in my code console.log, doesn't matter what is here inside, it will display at my console. So for example, if I go to my paint project, go to the JavaScript file, go to the end, and I write, for example, console.log, this is a log, save the project, come back to my project here, refresh, we will see this display direct in the console. Okay, if I click log warning, here, he will show to me a warning. Here we don't see the warning because I'm filtering here. Okay, it's hiding 2 here. You can see that's 2 hiding here. So I want to see the warning. I click here so I see the warning. If I remove this console sidebar, I can see everything. Okay, so I send 2 times the warn message. How to display a warning in your code? You click here, you see that you have to type console.warn and this thing. So let's go to my project, paint project, and if you type console.warn, this is a warn. Okay, it will display a warn as soon as I refresh my paint project, but the warning is displaying here because it's filtered the message. Okay, so you see that display here, this is a warning. Okay, if you click in this tool here, everything that I'm writing here, you see that I'm displaying outputs, and it was very important when I was programming this because I want to know that when I'm here with the mouse, the output should be 0, 0. If I go here with the mouse, the output should be an X600 pixel and Y600 pixel, okay? If I be here. And I can resize the window, I can zoom, and you see that here is still the same, and here, if I will not to zoom anymore, if I go here, you see that we have the X is wider now with more than 1000 pixels, and the Y stays the same. So to have this precision, and when I was programming, it was very important in my code. For example, I'll show to you where I have done this in my code. In my code, it was very important to show the output here. Okay, I have shown a lot of outputs. Yeah? You can also see, for example, this here is displayed in this file at line 71. If I click here, he will open, let's increase here, he will open the source code. Okay, I will close all the files to don't. Okay, so now it's easier to see that the line, this line here, 21, it's throwing this output for me relative to the X and Y position. And then it's very important this, because it helps you a lot when you are programming. Another thing that helps you a lot when you are programming is, as we could see before, is like, for example, I want to know when for example, I move the mouse, what are happening here. I can write debugger here, save the code, okay? If I refresh the page, okay, and I move the mouse, it goes directly here, it's stopped here, and I can go step by step pressing F9. I can debug step by step what is happening with everything, or I can press F8 to finish to execute this code. At the same time that I'm debugging here, I can access the elements of my DOM in the console. Okay, if I click here, I can type vanilla JavaScript like document.query selector, okay, and then here I can, for example, if I want to select the first button on the left, I have to get his class base-tift, okay, so I got him, that you see that's highlighted there, it's highlighted. Then I get the style, and then I get the, for example, let's change the background color, background color. He showed to me some options that I also can do, and then I put the background color to blue, and I press enter, you see that it changed to blue. Okay, so the console, I can type code in the console to help me to debug my code, okay, to help me to manipulate the DOM elements, okay. And in the tab source, I can put breakpoints also when I'm debugging my code. For example, I want to put a breakpoint in the line 78. I click here, okay, press F8 because it's stopped, and then as soon as I move the mouse to go to debugger, I should in fact remove this debugger, but as soon as I use a mouse goes up, I come here at this point, okay, and I can debug step by step. This is the reason that we have the console, okay, and the source tab. So in the source tab, for example, let's go to the page, and the page you see, for example, the paint project is here. I have lib, where I have the files of my jQuery. I have the first homepage, that index.html that you are seeing here is this homepage. We have the JavaScript file that I am doing the most thing in jQuery, in this case here, and you have the style CSS where I put the style of my document. Okay, this is the reason to use the source. Console you can use to throw out output, you can use it to manipulate the DOM elements when you are debugging to see what it happens, and in the elements you can change the style of your homepage to see what is better or not. For example, I will press F8 only to, first I will remove here because it goes all the time. I will remove this debugger here, okay, save my code, come here, refresh, remove this also, refresh again the home page. Okay, let's go to elements so I can change everything. As I said before, select this tool, select a button, and here you can change everything. You can change the width, you can change the height. Okay, so play a little bit with this here. The documentation of Google is very good. I really recommend to take a look on that. Okay, and the last thing that I would like to show here is this tab here, Toggle Device Toolbar. In this tab here, we see how it will behave. Let's show another project because this project is not web responsive. Let's show memory game. In the memory game, if you click here, you can see how it will appear in a smaller screen or big screen, or you can click also direct here, this mobile, this will be in a tablet, this will be in a notebook, how it appears. Okay, so when you are programming a web responsive website, this is a very good tool. Okay, I think I have explained the most important things in this short time. I'd like to try to keep this video short, but don't forget, if you need something more, take a look on this website that I have told before, because it's really very good. Okay, you can hear, you can read, and at the same time change the elements and see how it behaves. It's, for example, a good example here, if you click CSS, get started with view and change CSS, and you go here, for example, inspect me. This is very nice. You click to inspect and you see exactly what I have told before. These are the elements inside, these are the padding, these are the border, and these are the margin. You see that you have only margin top and margin bottom. So if you want to put a margin on the left, you have only to go here in this inspect me, and then you click, for example, here, and you type margin left, and you put, for example, 100 pixel. Okay, and you see that it's moved here. You can also change on the fly here. I'm selected and I'm moving the mouse scroll. I'm scrolling here with my mouse, and you see the difference. Okay, I think I have talked a lot. Take a look in this document, play a little bit, and I'm sure that you will learn a lot. Thank you very much to watch this video, and see you.